Workout Muse.
March Madness Hoops Workouts. Alternate between 15 seconds of work and 45 seconds of rest for each exercise in the following circuit. Med ball push press and squat to press variations. With your weight on your heels, dip your hips into a quarter squat and explosively drive from your heels onto your toes in full overhead extension with the medicine ball. Reverse the movement and repeat for time. To involve a greater range of motion, perform a full squat with the weight in the heels, eyes up, chest out, then explosively drive the med ball into full extension overhead and repeat for time. Kettlebell swings variation. Place the kettlebell about 12 to 18 inches in front of your feet and assume a bottom of a stiff-legged deadlift position with your torso parallel to the floor and a slight natural arc in your lower back. From there, hike the kettlebell back behind your hips and then explosively stand up, squeezing the glutes at the top of the movement without any excessive lumbar extension. From there, with your arms extended, let gravity assist the weight down and repeat for time. Stand the heels throughout the movement, and you can actually increase the intensity by bringing the kettlebell overhead. You can also perform swings with the medicine ball. Notice the simultaneous triple bends in the knees, ankles, and hips that result in a simultaneous triple extension of the knees, ankles, and hips at the top of the movement. Med ball chest passes, plyo push-up superset. Lie on the floor with the medicine ball at chest level. From there, push the medicine ball up as high as you can in one straight path. Catch it on the way down and repeat for time. Assume a perfect push-up position with one hand in the medicine ball and another hand on the floor. From there, lead your chest to the floor and explosively push up, switching hands mid-air as you cross over from side to side. Keep the elbows tight to the body throughout the movement and squeeze the glutes, and keep the abs engaged as well. Kettlebell high pull variations. With the eyes up, chest out, and weight in the heels, dip your hips as low as you can until ideally the weight touches the floor without an excessive bounce, and then explosively drive up through your heels, squeezing your glutes at the top, leading with the elbows to bring the weight to about chest level. You can progress further to the kettlebell two-arm snatch, which simply involves pushing the weight overhead. Med ball slams, chops, and corkscrews variations. Squat down to pick the medicine ball off the floor, lift it overhead, and then use your hips to slam the med ball as hard as you can on the ground, ideally catching it off of the floor and repeating for time. Focus on bending at the hips versus rounding your spine. To perform chops, lower the medicine ball just to the outside of one knee, and then rotate and lift the medicine ball 45 degrees to the sky. The corkscrew involves a range of motion progression where you reach the medicine ball to the foot of one side while performing the exact same diagonal chop overhead. Warm up and active recovery drills. With your legs straight, push all the way up onto the top of your toes, and then pull your toes back to the shin in one seamless movement to mobilize your ankles. Now perform the exact same movement with your knees flexed about 15 degrees to emphasize the Achilles and the lower calf area. Repeat for time. Focus on using reciprocal inhibition by squeezing your glutes as you drive your hips forward to stretch the hip flexor of your back leg. Stay tall up top and avoid any hyperextension of your lumbar spine.
Workout.